Okay, so we're back. So we have our Indian students here with us, and we wanted to talk about, for prospective students, what can they expect when they come to the U.S.? I want to ask about, when you guys came to the U.S., what kind of surprises do you have? What kind of expectations do you have about the food? And how did you guys adjust?
I would divide, people coming, prospective students into two. People who are vegetarian and people who are non-vegetarian. People who are non-vegetarian, I think, would have much less of a problem. In the sense that in the US, you get grilled chicken and a lot of other things, so it's much easier to adjust. Yeah, you won't get that much spicy food. You get used to start, getting Subway or something like that. The second you become vegetarian, there are options. Like, for me, the closest to Indian food is probably Mexican. Yeah, like Chipotle or BTV, Pancheros, where it's more like rice and beans, rice and chicken, tortillas, quesadillas, and stuff like that. It's probably what.
So, like in Mexican restaurant, you can get tortillas, which is similar to roti, but tortillas is made from flour, maida. So that's similar to roti, and then you can order quesadillas, which is, I would say, two rotis. Actually, it's a stuffed roti basically, with a lot of cheese put in, and then you get beans, which is quite similar to rajma preparation. You get rice, so it's like rajma chawal, rajma rice, and then of course you get nachos and stuff like that, which is quite similar, and it is spicy as well, so which is close to Indian food. The other one, which is quite similar to us, is Mediterranean food. So you get pita bread, which is similar to a naan. So you can get a pita bread and rice and some curry, or you can get falafel, which is pita bread wrapped with rice and vegetable, chicken, or whatever you're looking at. So you can get vegetarian at Mexican joint, or you can get at Mediterranean joint, very close to Indian food.
So were you able to find that type of food readily enough in Ann Arbor? Do you feel like?
Oh, yes, Ann Arbor definitely yes. Ann Arbor definitely yes. I think it's much easier to find. Next to business school, there's Oasis. It's a place that we go pretty often. On the other side, there's Alibaba's, which is another place we go pretty often. There's Pancheros, there's BTV, there's Chipotle. A lot of places on both state and on university, which are more the Mexican kind of food, which is good. Another thing which I want to say for people who would like to cook, as Sachin said, the beans, the red beans and black beans that the Mexican thing have, that's a great way to substitute with rajma and stuff like that. But a note of caution that I have to say: when you go to any place, any place to buy the beans, most of the beans in the U.S., the canned beans that you get, come with beef.
Oh, okay.
You really have to look to get vegetarian beans out of that. So make sure when you look for beans, though it would just say beans on the top, it basically contains either bacon or ham or beef. So you really need to
There's a lot of pork and beans here in the US.
So you need to really look at the ingredients to make sure it's vegetarian. Back home in India, it's easier because there's this green dot which says it's vegetarian food versus the other one. So make sure when you pick up beans, you look at the ingredients. Even anything. I mean, when you go and buy Mexican, Italian, or any of the other stuff, Mexican, for example, is really close to Indian food, but they eat a lot of meat, as beef and pork, more than we do. So you really need to look at the ingredients when you buy stuff and make sure that you're not eating something you don't want to.
And for people who cook, there's another thing: don't bother bringing tons of spices or
no point.
stuff from India. You have Indian grocery stores here where you can get everything you want. You can get basmati rice, you can get MDH masalas, you can get even Maggi. I mean, everybody who likes Maggi, you're gonna love Ann Arbor.
Okay.
Just to add to Raghu's point, I think that's very important. So if you look at beans, rajma, in our great Seagull Cafe at Ross, it has meat in it. But at the same time, we get very good Indian food every Thursday in Seagull Cafe. So you have theme-based food every day. So Thursday is a good day, kind of a treat for all of us. And it's good food, and they keep rotating what they are serving on Thursdays. So it's good.
Oh, good. So what do you guys think of, having been sort of come to the U.S., what do you guys think of American food?
Well,
It's okay. You can be honest.
I still have to figure out what American food is because it's like a mixture of everything. You get, pizza is Italian, but it's more American than Italian these days.
I thought hamburger was German, but I recently found out that I went to New Haven and I actually ate at the restaurant which created the first hamburger. So yeah, that's closest to American food, I guess. But I think, as we were talking earlier, one of the biggest things that surprises me is the size of the portions. Really huge, use of a lot of cheese, which probably doesn't go well with us Indians. So whenever we go to order something, we always say, okay, less cheese or no cheese, and they give us a look and saying, you don't eat cheese? I don't know what you'll do in Wisconsin. But
No, yeah, I don't know. You would, yeah.
yeah, so cheese is one thing, but on the other side, on the bright side probably, the use of oil is pretty less compared to India.
Oh,
so that's a good
it's
thing.
less.
I mean,
Okay.
I came here and the first 2 months I did not eat cheese. I always said no cheese or less cheese. And I lost like 10 pounds or something. Basically because of not eating oil. Because oil is a big part of the Indian food. So that's a waste. That's something I noticed. But the thing in the US that I see is you can have healthy food, but it's costlier, first of all. Like burgers and stuff like that are much cheaper. But you definitely can get nice good food, which is healthy for you, but it's more expensive.
yeah.
What you guys think?
And for the guys coming from India, I think all of us are aware of McDonald's and pizzas and stuff like that. So you get good vegetarian pizzas here. Of course, it will not be paneer tikka pizza or something like that, but you get good vegetarian pizzas. And McDonald's, you will not get veg patty pizza or veg patty burger, but you can go to Burger King and you can get veggie burger, which is quite good, and they can make you as the way you want it to be. And then of course there you have French fries, pommies and stuff like that. That would be quite similar.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell is again Mexican.
Okay.
That you won't find Taco Bell within the city in Ann Arbor. It's kind
There
of
is
far.
one.
Who is that?
There's a Taco Bell in I think
West Stadium.
No, it's in the Michigan League.
That's
Not the
right.
Michigan Union,
Oh,
but the
yeah.
Michigan League.
Michigan League.
There's one in Michigan League.
So you guys are like also adopted Mexican eaters.
I think the food that Indians love out here, apart from Indian food, is Mexican food. I mean, apart from Indian food that I eat, I think Mexican is a close number to that. I eat a lot of burritos, I eat a lot of tacos and taco salads and that kind of stuff. So, because it has rice, it has beans, and I'm being a Punjabi, we love rajma.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
So just adding on to the burgers, America is really good with burgers. You can get gourmet burgers, which is very different and very, very tasty compared to what you get at McDonald's. So there is a restaurant chain called Red Robin, and you can get gourmet burgers, and it's really good and quite filling, and it's a good value for money over there.
Okay.
Humongous fries.
And humongous fries, unlimited, as much as you want, and not
So-
those thin fries.
Oh,
like
I,
you guys-
I have to say something here. Whenever
Alright.
you go to restaurant to order fries, always ask for kids' fries.
Oh yes, because
Because the normal fry size is probably
like family
3
size.
times that we can eat. So whenever I go to anywhere to eat fries, I always ask for kid fries.
And probably a word of caution for the vegetarians would be that whenever you're going to have any curry, it's always better to ask whether there is chicken broth or any other broth which has been put in that, because that's what I figured out. And being a vegetarian, I would like to be informed. So it's always better to just ask beforehand so that you're not caught by surprise later.
All right. Well, thank you for your perspectives on dining in Ann Arbor.